Good morning, challengers. Welcome to day one of the challenge. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Are you ready to boost your metabolism? If you are, put a "oh yeah" down below. Let me know if you are ready to take off this week. Start revving up your metabolism. Good morning, everyone. So today is day one. I'm going to give you a little bit of a caveat, a little bit of advice here because I really want you guys to start seeing results. I'm going to be giving you a lot of content. What? A lot of content. Do what you can. All right? There's 5 days to the challenge, but you will still have access to this material. So if you don't feel like you need to give it all in 5 days, you have to get it all done in 5 days, you have time. Fit it into your life and don't feel like you have to fit your life into this challenge. Take it one day at a time. Do what you can. I'm here to support you guys. All right, so today we're going to be talking about some of the hidden obstacles when it comes to losing weight. And these are potentially preventing you from seeing the results that you want to see. Maybe you are eating healthfully. When you look at the foods that you're eating, you're like, man, I'm eating pretty healthily, but I'm still not seeing the results that I want to see. Let's troubleshoot that today. Let's find out if there are potentially any hidden obstacles to you losing weight. Guess what? Here are factors that contribute us to either losing weight or to struggling and not seeing those results that we really want to see. First off is sleep. You have got to get sleep. Second off is stress. Stress is huge when it comes to seeing those results. Third, artificial sweeteners. Are you consuming artificial sweeteners? They actually make us crave. Today, let's talk about a huge factor, and I think that many of us are experiencing this on a daily basis, especially with what's been going on recently in the worldwide. What's going on with this pandemic is stress. Stress is huge. Did you know that stress prevents us from digesting the healthy meals that we eat? Yes, it actually turns off digestion. We are now in a state of what's called chronic stress. We don't need to have the, oh my God, I'm 10 minutes late to work, the baby is fussing, the dog just puked on the carpet, and I can't find my keys. We don't need to have that urgency for stress. Even low chronic stress, which is what we are under right now with the pandemic sheltering in place, seeing numbers rise with the COVID-19, affects our ability to properly digest the healthy meals that we eat. Here's what happens. Our body prepares us to either fight the stress or to run away from it. And it can't differentiate the difference between we are running for our life because we have a tiger chasing us, or the scenario I just painted for you, where we're 10 minutes late for work, the baby's fussing up a storm, the dog just puked on the floor, and we are 10 minutes late for work and lost our keys, we can't find them. It just knows that we are under stress. And so there are lots of hormones and things that happen in our body that, bottom line, turns off digestion because stress is turned on. What? Yeah, it turns off digestion. So when we sit down to eat that healthy meal, maybe it's when you finally get to work, maybe it's not until lunchtime, our body's like, no, we can't digest the food because we are still under stress, even if it's low chronic stress. Can't properly digest the food, and it gets stored on our body as fat. So what we need to do is we actually need to have strategies in place to where we are turning off that stressor. Yeah. Here's a huge one I'm going to be sharing with you today. First off, your homework. Your action step, I like to call it homework. Your action step for the day is, I have a stress checklist. download that stress checklist, and you're going to put a mark next to any of those symptoms. They call it symptoms, any of those that you have been experiencing within the past 30 days. Then you're going to figure out how many of those you have checked off, and then at the bottom of that sheet, it tells you how stressed you are. Now, when I have my clients do this, when I have participants in my workshops do this, many of us know we're under stress, we're experiencing it, but we don't know how stressed we are until we do something like this stress checklist. Never fear, I'm not going to leave you there. So if you feel like, what? I'm like very stressed, OMG. If you are, first off, knowledge is power. At least now you know what's going on. That is an obstacle to you losing weight and to you seeing those results. It makes our metabolism very sluggish. It slows everything down. Stress does. It does. That it slows us to the point where, we're sluggish metabolism. It speeds things up in one sense, but then it slows our digestion down. It slows everything when it comes to weight loss down. Yeah. So we got to rev up our metabolism. How we do that is the strategy I'm going to be sharing with you right now. All we need to do is simply breathe. But here's a certain breathing technique that works really well. It actually tricks our brain into thinking we are relaxed. And it allows our body to turn off the stress, which is what we want to do, and to turn on digestion. Now, after you do that stress checklist and you find out how stressed you are, I encourage you to do this breathing exercise, which I'm going to demonstrate in a moment, before every single meal for at least the next 5 to 7 days. Let's get your body digesting the food, getting you the nutrients that you need to help you get that energy that you need to slay your day and to start seeing results. First off, it's called 5-5-7 breathing technique. The first 5 is we're actually inhaling a deep breath for 5 seconds. The second 5 is we're holding that breath. And the 7 is we're exhaling that breath for a count of 7. So it's going to look something like this. I'm going to demonstrate for you. Ready? First off, I exhale any residual air, breath in my lungs. That's 1 set or 1 count. When you do this 10 times, that's 2 minutes. So ladies, even if you don't have any time in your schedule, you know, when you do a little time in the bathroom, at least a little bit of me time, you can do it right then, or find a little space that you can do this breathing technique. Check in with yourself. How are you feeling? Because you should feel that your shoulders are lower when you do this 5 to 10 times. You should feel more relaxed. And some participants say, man, I feel a little sleepy, because that's how relaxed that your body can get. Do this 5 to 10 times. After 5 times, check in with yourself. You might need to do it a couple more times. If you are at the very high stress, do this 10 times for the next 5 to 7 days, at least once a day. If not, at least before every single meal. The choice is yours. I highly recommend before every single meal, so that you can turn off the stress, turn on digestion, and start properly digesting those healthy meals that you are eating. This is day 1. Hidden obstacle to losing weight. The huge one is our level of stress. So do the 5-5-7 breathing technique and let me know how you feel after you've done a couple cycles of that. How are you feeling in your body? How are you feeling in your mind? And how are your emotions? So tomorrow, day 2 on boosting your metabolism 5-day challenge. To your health, let's get set. Lowering your stress so that you can boost your metabolism.